Imagine a ship sailing smoothly at sea with no sign of distress. Suddenly it's found deserted with no trace of its crew. This isn't a plot from a ghost story. This is the mystery of the Mary Celeste. Born in the shipyards of Nova Scotia, Canada in 1861, the Mary Celeste was a fine vessel, sturdy and seaworthy. Her early years were filled with uneventful voyages, crisscrossing the Atlantic Ocean, carrying cargo and passengers alike. But it's the year 1872 that casts a long and eerie shadow over her history. That year, the Mary Celeste was prepared for a routine journey, set to sail from the bustling ports of New York across the vast Atlantic to the historic city of Genoa, Italy. The ship departed on November 7, 1872, with a crew of 10, including the captain, his wife, and their 2-year-old daughter. Little did they know they were embarking on a voyage that would baffle the world. On December 5, 1872, the Mary Celeste was found adrift in the Atlantic, but something was amiss. A British brigantine, the Di Gratia, stumbled upon the spectacle. The crew members, seasoned by the harshness of the sea, found themselves in an eerie tableau that would chill even the hardest of mariners. The Mary Celeste was in fine fettle, her sails billowing, her hull robust. Her cargo, a hefty load of industrial alcohol, was untouched. But the crew was nowhere to be seen. A ship without its sailors is like a heart without a beat. It's the people that give it life. The mystery deepened as they explored further. Food and water supplies were found in abundance, untouched as if waiting for their consumers. Personal belongings were scattered around as if their owners had just stepped out. The ship's log bore an entry dated 9 days prior to the discovery. With no signs of struggle or disaster, the crew of the Mary Celeste had simply vanished, leaving behind a ghost ship. The mystery of the Mary Celeste has puzzled the world for over a century. A myriad of theories have been proposed over the years in an attempt to explain the crew's inexplicable disappearance. Some are as wild as mutiny, piracy, or even tales of sea monsters pulling the crew into the ocean's dark abyss. There are even those who propose the idea of alien abduction, suggesting that the crew was whisked away by extraterrestrial beings. However, among the sea of speculations, a few theories have emerged as the most plausible. One such theory suggests that a waterspout might have been the culprit. This is a tornado at sea that can suck up water from the ocean, creating a sudden and massive water surge. It's possible that such a waterspout might have caught the ship off guard, sweeping the crew overboard. Another theory proposes an alcohol explosion. The Mary Celeste was carrying over 1,000 barrels of highly volatile industrial alcohol. A miscalculation or a simple accident could have caused an explosion, forcing the crew to abandon ship. However, the lack of physical damage to the ship makes this theory questionable. Yet another theory revolves around fear of an explosion. Perhaps the crew noticed fumes from the alcohol cargo, mistook it for a sign of an impending explosion, and decided to abandon ship. But once they were in the lifeboat, they were unable to make their way back to the Mary Celeste due to rough seas or a sudden change in weather. Despite the plausibility of these theories, they are still heavily debated due to the lack of hard evidence. No definitive traces of the crew were ever found, and the ship itself was discovered in a seaworthy condition, its cargo intact. This leaves us with more questions than answers. The Mary Celeste remains one of the greatest maritime mysteries to this day, a tale of a ghost ship sailing through time, carrying with it an enigma that may never be solved.